Jingle Baro, bringing all the and in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Presto, change-o, battle! Hey guys, welcome back as always, my name is Leyzar, and as you can plainly see my friends, it's finally that wonderful time again, Burai time! We're gonna check out what he brought, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. The brand new item is a Noggle statue for Mag, which is not actually new, because I have it. Yeah, but she's got like an arc gun and heavy gun, the Grattler? I don't know what it is, something heavy gun there. I don't know why I have it. Maybe it's the first time Baro has it, so it's like kind of a new item, but not really a new item. So there you go. Regardless of that, let's check out the brand new. Wow, why so many mods? Dude, what's wrong with Baro? Look at all the mods. What? Did he brought a lot of weapons too? Dude, what is this Baro? Oh, it's Christmas Baro, yo! Jingle Baro, bringing all the shit. Some of the shit. Okay, there's a lot to get through. I did not see this one coming. Volcanic Edge, melee. 60 hit damage. You can farm it from the game. Do not get it from Baro. Prime Heated Charge, Prio 1. This is heat damage for secondary weapons. Prime Firestorm, this is blast radius for primary weapons. Rifle, it says on the mod, but you need to have this one. This is a Prio 1. Prime Morphic Transformer, this is ability strength for Arcwing. Not that many Tenno play Arcwing, so there you go. You might want to skip on this one. Mark of the Beast is definitely not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination. It has its uses. You can pass on this one. Prime Deadly Efficiency. On readout from MT, 220% damage for 17 seconds. Again, this is a heavy weapon or an arc gun mod. If you play arc guns like I play arc guns, this can be useful. Keep in mind, it is flat damage. There are other sources of flat damage, but not as many as you have for primary or secondary weapons. So I would give this one a Prio 2, but if you use heavy weapons, a Prio 1. Prime Quickdraw. You know what this is about, gentlemen, now, don't ya? 88% reload speed for secondary weapons. Again, very niche. It's gonna be quote-unquote meta on some weapon builds, but definitely not on all. Prime Regen. This used to be meta. This, in combination with the Sacrifice mod, could get you some reses. Nowadays, it's not as used. Maximum Prio 2 on this one. Prime Animal Instinct. This was gonna be a Prio 2 as well. Not because it's not fantastic, but you can live with the normal version. Though a whole lot of Tenno will say the otherwise. Prime Continuity. This is Duration, 55%. Now you got Archon mod, so you don't need to go into this one, but there's still a talk about the Drain, so I would still classify this one as a Prio 1. Prime Pack Leader. Now you guys know this one, and again I will classify this one as Prime Animal Instinct as a Prio 2, but there will be some that disagree. I still don't think this is mandatory, but it is something that you should get eventually. Prime Flow, Maximum Energy. You gotta have this one. It's as simple as that. Keep in mind the argument we made earlier about Prime Continuity. Prime Redirection, 180% shield capacity. There's not a lot of Warframes that benefit from this mod. For example, Hildrun definitely benefits from this, and shields are not as garbage as they used to be. They have been buffed. They're still not. Here's the thing, when it comes to high level, you still kind of survive by shield gating, so there you go. Still on this one, a Prio 2. Prime Tactical Pump, reload speed, only this time for shotguns. Earlier we had for secondary weapons, and this will once again get a Prio 2 because it's niche, it's not mandatory. Prime Pistol Gamba, critical chance. This is a Prio 1. Make sure you have a copy of this one. And Prime Magazine Slip, magazine capacity for secondary weapons. A lot of secondary weapons mods today. And again, this will be niche and a Prio 2. A lot of mods. This is definitely Christmas Burai. Now let's talk about the weapons. Vulkar Wraith. Vulkar Wraith, believe it or not, is my favorite sniper rifle in the game. We don't really use sniper rifles all that often. They're still meta for Eidolon hunting, but then again, when it comes to Eidolon hunting, you can kill them with a paper bag. With a wet paper bag, it's gonna hurt them even more, so there you go. Believe it or not, the Vulkar Wraith is my favorite sniper rifle for doing ordinary everyday missions or Riven challenges, for example. So there you go. Take it with a pinch, with a pound of salt, and this is a Prio 2 at best. Zylok, there's a Zylok Prime. You got an Incarnate Zylok, so get the Prime. This is just mastery fodder for the time being. Pretty mastery fodder, but mastery fodder nonetheless. Warframes, you guys love Warframes. They look fantastic on female Warframes for the fashion aspect. When it comes to the meta, it's a melee, so you press E and win. I'm not a fan of this, but if you are, by all means. Prisma Angstrum, yes, there is an Incarnate Prisma Angstrum, and if I remember correctly, this is one of 2 Incarnate weapons that get their charge by not headshotting. So if that's what you're all about, check out this full review on the Incarnate Prisma Angstrum. Prisma Dual Cleavers. I mean, this one is pretty self-explained. It's a melee. It is a powerful weapon. If you're a melee fanboy, you definitely gotta have this one in your connection because it's gonna slice them and dice them, you know, just like every other melee weapon. Prisma Dual Decurions. This goes back to the whole heavy weapon argument. To use heavy weapons or not, this is a fantastic weapon to use. It feels and looks amazing. I would encourage it from a flavor perspective, not necessarily from a meta perspective. It doesn't mean that they're slouches. They will get the job done, but it's no incarnate this and incarnate blah, 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 that. Prisma Gorgon, another weapon that has an incarnate form, but here's the deal about the incarnate Prisma Gorgon. When it comes to the incarnate weapons of the game, this has been one of the most disappointing incarnate weapons. Now, I'm a Gorgon fanboy, so I'll never say that with a straight face, but the incarnate Gorgon, to me, is still very special, and it's still gonna be like more powerful than 85% of the weapons in game. So bear that one in mind. I will still classify it as a prio 1. More Daka from Clem, Prisma Grakata. You got Prisma Grakata, you got dual Grakatas, all the Grakatas. These are mastery fodder at this time, so you're only gonna be picking these up for the flavor, and that's pretty much it. Prisma Grinlok, this is a lever action rifle. They are not very favored by the meta right now. It does not have an incarnate version either, so at the current time, as much as it pains me, this is mastery fodder. Prisma Obex, you press E, you win. Now, the advantage of this one is that it has these really cool animations, which I do love, but I don't really go all that out into melee. Let it be known, though, that the Prisma Obex is a actual good melee weapon, so you should pick it up. Prisma Skana. Well, don't really lose this one all that much either, but again, we're talking about the incarnate. When you're talking about incarnate, you're talking about a different level of performance. It can also serve as a good stat stick if you're looking for something like this. So yes, as much as it pains me, this is a prio 1 for you to get. Prisma Tetra. Now, you do have a Tenant Tetra, which is just flat out better, so there you go. It does have this cool augment when you make the marshmallows all bouncy, but again, more for the flavor, if not than anything else. And yes, this is mastery fodder at this point. Prisma Twin Gremlins, the same can be said about these things, but I won't say it because simply I'm enamored with this weapon. They fire these nails that pin enemies to walls. If you go for headshots, they'll send them flying. It's very thematic, it's very fun to play, or at least it is for me. I do recommend this weapon from a fun perspective, but as you know, fun is subjective and entirely down to the individual. Have you heard of our gun melee? It's a thing. No, really, it's a thing. It's a thing that D doesn't care about and hasn't cared about for the last 7 years or so, but it is a thing. You can actually arc-wing melee, and it doesn't look goofy and stupid at all. Prisma Machete, second best machete, or technically third best machete. Best machete would be technically the Zaw machete, and the second best machete would be the red machete. What is called Wraith, that's it, Machete Wraith. Prisma Lens. Now, everybody was excited about this one, and there's a full and detailed build guide if you guys want to check it out. Link in the cards right now, because it is better than the Lens. But it still doesn't get anywhere near the level of incarnate weapons, because that's kind of the point. Incarnate weapons are on their own special level. But if you're not a meta boy and you just play for fun, I love you so much. You are so rare. I might catch you with my Subra ball. It is a whole lot of fun, and I do recommend you give it a spin. It used to be a whole lot more fun when self-damage was a thing, and if you would get hit by initial frost shock, you had a second to remember to dodge out of it before you would get blown up and punished because you sucked. Nowadays, Warframe does not punish players if they suck. Everybody gets a participation trophy. Prisma Omfa. Now, these are Tonfas with the electricity, with the cha-cha. I still love the Cronin Prime the best when it comes to Tonfas, but you gotta give it to this one for thematic and the, of course, bzzt effect. And that's pretty much it for the weapons. What can I tell you, boys? This is a fat battle. Isn't this a chunky battle? I love it. Prisma Shade. I used to say that this is the best version of the Shade, but I was reminded that we actually have a Shade Prime nowadays. So get this one instead of this one. Well, you still need the mastery points, and keep in mind that a Sentinel plus its weapon will be giving you a whole lot of mastery points. So bear that one in mind. And I do believe, my friends, that's pretty much it. There's also a bunch of cosmetics here, but when it comes to cosmetics, these are subjective and down to the individual, except for Wisp Derriere. Wisp Derriere, as everybody knows, is one of the most metaized things in Warframe, and you got to have it. Activate for Volt Prime Neuroptics, Volt Prime, Perfect Volt Prime, in case you don't have your Eidolon Hunter ready to go. And that's it, my friends. Beautiful battle. You can't tell me this is Prime Disappointment. Now, I know a whole lot of you veterans out there already has freaking everything, but not everybody's a veteran, and not everybody has everything. For newer players, this is gonna be a godsend. Christmas battle. And speaking about Christmas, happy holidays, my friends. Why don't you tune into Twitch and catch me PoEing live and other things. I'll catch you guys in the next time. Happy holidays. Mwah. Bye.